came to North Carolina chasing one of the biggest tournaments in junior golf. We thought this week would be about preparation, confidence, and seeing where Destiny stacked up against the best players in the country. Instead, almost as soon as we arrived, she got sick. Everything changed. This is what happened during one of the toughest weeks we've had on the road and how we tried to battle through it at the 77th U.S. Junior Girls Championship.
Folks, we have been cleared for departure. Please remain seated with those seatbelts fastened.
We flew into Raleigh and headed directly toward Old Chatham. Our original plan was to see the property, get some light practice in, and begin preparing for 2 official practice rounds. At this point, we still had no idea how much illness would affect the week. The USGA makes these championships feel special from the moment the players arrive. Everything from registration to the player gifts reminds you that this is not just another junior tournament. 156 of the best players in the country had earned a place in the field, with only 64 advancing to match play.
You're more than welcome to anything in here.
Getting to tour the players' locker room was really cool. They have bracelet making station, they had ice cream, candy, all kinds of stuff set out for the girls. Of course, they all get their own locker for the week. Destiny was number 83. And you get a little label there with the Old Chatham logo as well. And inside the locker was backpack, shirts, all kinds of goodies for the week. And really special place, really cool experience. Old Chatham was an incredible setting, but it was also a serious championship test. The course played close to 6,500 yards with narrow angles, demanding approach shots, and greens running around 12 on the stimp meter. There were very few places to hide a mistake. Since we'd been flying all day, we headed to the range and got a little bit of practice in on day one. Just hitting some balls, getting loose. And it was pretty cool, nice check-in area, and they have signs like this all over the place, players and caddies only, no parents. And we did witness one parent being removed, which was kind of funny. But fast greens and that Old Chatham logo and U.S. Girls 77th Junior all over the place. Had to get our picture with it. Headed back to the Airbnb that would be our home for the week. Day 2 started out with breakfast at the Flying Biscuit Cafe. All right, first practice round at Old Chatham today. Again, we mapped it out GPS. This is just getting a feel for the course. It's very, very long. I've heard practice rounds are, I just talked to one dad, they said 3 hours just on the front side. So we're not looking to physically or mentally exhaust ourselves today. Discover what makes this course great. It looks phenomenal. Want to make sure Destiny has good feel for the greens, obviously lines off the tee, things like that. So we'll get out there today, and then we got a banquet tonight. I'll get some shots of the course so y'all can see that. Should be fun. Immaculate is how I would grade or describe the course. Old Chatham, just beautiful, great greens, wide open fairways, a little bit of water on a couple holes, but just beautiful scenery, breathtaking, good lies everywhere. This was the par 3 17th. It would play a pivotal role. Lots of narrow misses.
You kind of have to think about the phase of growth. You've got the producer.
Destiny's approach on the 18th hole knocked this pretty close. Welcome to the second practice round of the 77th U.S. Junior Girls Championship. We had to cut it short yesterday, unfortunately. Destiny was not feeling good at all, so we just played 9 holes. The back 9. So this morning we're going to try to do the front 9. And again, she's still not feeling real great, but she's going to power through it, and then has a late tee time tomorrow, so should be able to get some more sleep and hydrated and rested up. Typically on a second practice round, we're, trying to dial things in. And at this point, I was primarily just concerned about her energy. I was watching her, making sure she's not going to pass out or anything like that. And she was like, no, I'm fine. But didn't have the energy, was still hitting some nice shots, but obviously it's not a tournament, and you're more concerned, are you going to have, the will, the strength when things don't go your way? Are you going to be able to fight back? And so we just played 9. This was on the 9th hole. Nice drive here down the right side. And we got that done, and then we were headed back to the Airbnb to get some more rest, and rest she did. All right, we finally made it to round 1 of stroke play, 77th U.S. Junior Girls. Destiny is eating lunch. I documented it a little bit yesterday, but she has not been feeling good the whole time. She probably slept 20 of the past 24 hours. She managed to get front 9 practice round and a back 9 practice round. She is feeling much better this morning. She's very sore, muscle soreness, so we've got some ibuprofen. She hasn't had a temperature in a day and a half, almost 2 days. And anyways,
from Castroville, Texas, please welcome Destiny McNeil.
enormous challenge this week, enormous challenge today. She's eating, getting her energy up. I'll record what I can, but obviously with it raining, not sure how much we can get. We got her a caddy, so Destiny is locked and loaded, ready to go. Patience is the name of the game today. And let's see if we can go out and shoot a score. And then she tees off very early tomorrow, so it's exciting. Had this for eagle on the first hole. Her approach had landed at the top of the hill, but then spun back down, was in a divot, so came out a little bit lower and not quite as much spin as she would have liked. Wasn't able to convert the birdie putt, but we were kind of like, it's all right. But that was a sign of things to come. Near misses, close calls, shots that could have been but weren't. Here we are on the 17th hole. You can see she's +5 at the time, and just really hadn't gotten anything going all day. Hit a great putt here, was able to get a birdie, got back to +4. Hit a great drive on 18, and then here's her approach, and knocks this pretty close. The chance to finish birdie, which would be huge going into tomorrow. So she rolls this one down and knocks it in. So that was great. The 75 kept her within reach, but there was almost no margin left. She would need a strong second round to have any chance of reaching match play. All right, 6:28 in the morning out here at Old Chatham. I'm sitting in the car while Destiny's trying to get some breakfast. Stomach's still kind of bothering her, not just settled. So trying to get her to eat some yogurt or something. She doesn't want to eat really at all, but obviously out here it's pretty taxing. So sometimes it's like this after you get your you go through not feeling real good and you got to kind of ease into it. It doesn't help. We're out here on the road and trying to figure out, what can we eat? We tried Chipotle last night. Thought it was more natural, but anyways, if it's not one thing, it's another. But got a mountain to climb today. She's going to give it her best. I told her, go out and play free. Go for broke today. You don't have to play perfect, but play free. Make sure you don't hold anything back. Obviously hoping for the best, but right out of the gate had adversity. Drove it in the side of a bunker. Had this approach that came up short, ending up making double on the hole. This was the second hole, the 11th.
Get up there.
In the bunker for eagle, came up just a bit short. I had this putt for her birdie.
Yes.
My Uncle Randy came out. Was nice to get a birdie there. Unfortunately, that would be the only one of the day. She had a couple close calls, but it was obvious early on and throughout. She had no energy. I would say one of the more frustrating things of the week was how well she hit her tee shots. Driver was spot on all week, and she was in really good positions. Even her iron, she hit some really good shots. Just couldn't get anything to drop. But again, driver, she was 40 to 60, sometimes 80 yards past the girl she was playing with. Which is always kind of fun if people have never played with Destiny, they don't realize how long she is. 285, 290 all week. So we had this nice chip here on the 7th. Hits the flag, stays out. That was pretty much how it went all week. Final approach on hole 9. This is her last hole of the week. A lot of near misses on the week, but really the story of the week was just no energy. I was proud of her for competing and fighting through. She ended up shooting a 79 on the final day, plus 10 overall, which was a long way from the cut that was plus 3. All right, Destiny, we got done with the 77th U.S. Junior. Maybe some closing thoughts. What was that like for you?
I mean, it was a great experience. It's kind of sad because I felt like I missed a lot of it just because I was sick. So that was a little disappointing, but
Didn't get to go to the welcome banquet.
yeah, never had the ice cream from the locker room or anything. So that was kind of sad, but we'll try for it next year. So
Yep. Any closing thoughts on the course or anything?
I mean, the course was great. Greens were difficult, but I mean, it's a great course, great experience.
All right. Well, best of luck in the Women's Am.
Thank you.
Our first USGA event is in the bag. Old Chatham was amazing. Destiny was under the weather all week. Obviously did not play up to her potential or to the standard that she would like to play to. But it was a good experience. And no rest for the weary. Well, a little rest. And then it's on to the U.S. Women's Am at the Honors Course in Tennessee. We'll see you there.